Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rasika Patil, and today I'm going to talk about the city of Dundee and University of Dundee itself, and a lot of question answers that are coming towards me via the emails and comments and Instagram accounts. Okay, a lot of you have a lot of questions regarding this sections, and yes, in today's video I'm going to answer all those common questions that you have. Okay, and like before moving to Dundee, and like from the university aspects, the accommodation and cost of living, also to student life there and part-time jobs and Indian groceries or other groceries if you are from other countries. Also, the transportation and what life is all about in Dundee actually feels like. Okay, and because the cost and university policies and student requirements are very different than our other countries, so yes, let's talk about it. Because this video is only for those who are, if you're a student planning your move to go to University of Dundee, and trying to understand whether the Dundee is the right city for you. Grab a coffee and sit back and let's go into it, guys, because I think it's best to know a lot of things before you move and take a lot of decisions. Okay, so this video will make sure that you get all of your questions, and even if you have questions, then you can do let me know, because honestly, if you are asking me right now that if I stay in like Dundee, so it is not the stuff right now. I'm not living in Dundee. Okay, uh, my job is in like international zone, so I keep on traveling regarding that. But yeah, let's make that very clear before ongoing things. And how I do know, because I do visit it sometimes, so yeah, I know the I have my friends there as well, and I myself go there sometimes. So yeah, so let's start with the video. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take my cell phone and I'm going to answer each and every query. Okay, the questions I have been asked, okay, from a lot of you. So I have literally made document about it. Okay, the questions document, and let's go into it. So yeah, if I do not if I miss any kind of like questions or something, you definitely can drop me a mail or comment, or you can reach me on my Instagram account, which is Rasika Patil. Okay, so yeah, the first question is Dundee affordable for international students in 2026? So yeah, I can definitely understand right now the market is something very messy, and you must understand that in 2026 I went in 2022 September batch. Now, if you have received any offer letter from University of Dundee and you're planning to get into it, you really need to know that you have to compare, like, if I have to really say that, um, compared with larger, I can say compared with the larger UK cities such as London, you can say, or like other Manchester and so on, Dundee can be relatively be manageable for you. But students should not consume it is cheap, because obviously it's like if you're coming from Indian background, the pounds and Indian rupees are very different. Okay, so understand that thing very carefully. And the university currently is estimating like something like pounds 10,000 to 12,000 for 39 weeks. Okay, for like living cost and including like accommodation, food and entertainment, like for everyday expenses, I can say excluding rate, it recommends roughly, I think, pound 700 to 800 per month. Okay, for an individual who is going there. That was your first question's answer. And the second question is from a girl. Okay, how much does University of Dundee accommodation cost in 2026 right now? Okay, do you know, like normally, if I have to say, for September 2026, the university accommodation ranges from approximately, if you are like into going into West Park villas, there are different kinds of accommodations available, okay, as per to postgraduates and everything. So you have to figure it out in their website itself, okay, in the university website, official website, where it is written that for West Park villas, it is something like, dollar 179.48 per week, okay. For West Park flat standard, that it is 206, like 206.57 per week pounds, okay. So you can just go, these are 39-week contracts, okay. And the listed university accommodation prices includes utilities, Wi-Fi, insurance, maintenance, security, and rest life support also. So just know that you really, if you have those budget, and like I will say, go for it. If you want to be like, if you are someone who cannot deal with everything like at once, because if you are not going for the university accommodation and you're going for some other accommodation, you really need to understand that you have to figure it out all. And I have covered my like beforehand videos. In those sections you will understand what it is all about, because I myself personally didn't went for this option of University of Dundee in like accommodation things. So yeah, the other question, how much should a student budget for food every month? Okay, so I really feel it is like, for an Indian student, I personally explain that if you're comfortable cooking at home and shopping smartly, I think 250 pounds can be a reasonable starting point. But yes, don't build your budget assuming you will eat restaurant food several times a week, okay? Because I really feel you have to also figure that things out. Also, let me see what other question is this. Oh god. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I mean, you can just make sure that you get like overall every month you can spend like pounds 250, okay, for that, obviously. How much does private accommodation cost in Dundee? Okay, so I have I think had a conversation already and made YouTube videos, several YouTube videos on this when I was there in that time. But right now, if I have to say, the current, based on the city lets, okay, rental reports and so on, and as much as my friends told me, it is like for one bedroom it is pounds 589 per month, okay. And if you are going for two bedrooms, normally everyone is going for like one bedroom only, but if you're like a family or something, you're going with someone or something, then if you're taking for two bedrooms, then it can cost you to 819 like pounds per month, okay. But yeah, remember that that's the property rent, not necessarily the total cost of bills, okay, living bills and so on, the internet and so on, because they are very different, okay. So remember that thing, it is very different. What I told you right now, it is only about your rental cost, where you, the accommodation thing, that's it, not the electricity bill and so on. That is very different from what this is all about. Also, the other question is, who is this from exactly? Okay, is university accommodation worth it? Okay, so a lot of females and also some of the males are concerned that for a new international student, I this time they have a lot of issues. Okay, they are doubting how it will be and everything. Is it worth it or not? University accommodation. So I can understand. I did say university accommodation can be particularly convenient because you are arriving in a new country and don't initially have to deal with the finding a private landlord, setting up utilities, and understanding tenancy and agreements and arrangements, all etc. um, Also, for the university is very close, like the university accommodation is very close, like there in itself in the campus. So you do not have to worry about the hustle, like you have to take the bus, how you will go to university and so on. So yeah, that is one thing I really feel. So that's something, it is worth it, and I can see. But eventually, when it comes to the worth factor, it is different for everyone, I will say. If you have the money, okay, then definitely go, and if you are getting that, then definitely go for that option. Okay, because it is worth it, because everything is near, right? It is in the Dundee city itself. You are university, and university accommodation is exactly in the campus zone. You don't have to hustle more here and there. That's it. It's just that the money it takes also. Okay, so that's something I'm saying. Also, the other question is accommodation guaranteed at University of Dundee? So now this this question is very nice. Okay, for eligible, I can say, for eligible new full-time first year students who meet the university conditions, there are university conditions to go and see again the websites and apply by the relevant deadline. There are deadlines, okay, that you really need to understand, because there are a lot of people. Okay, there are infinite people, I can say, for this accommodation things. And you, Dundee currently says it's like guarantees one offer of single student accommodation. So when you obviously when you fit the conditions and apply for it, then only you shall get it. Okay, so this is actually an excellent questions for asking, but I can say it is not a guaranteed an offer. Okay, it is guaranteed by first choice accommodation. So that's something I want to clear. Also, the other question is, how much money should I bring from India? Okay, so even if you are out of India, okay, like you're from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or some other, or China, or some other countries, you can just Google it, like how much it can cost you when I'm saying it from India. You can just put it like INR to Bangladesh currency, or whatever your currency is all about. So your initial amount, I have to really say that your initial amount depends on whether your tuition fees, the accommodation and other costs have already been paid. Okay, for that you really need to check and understand that things, and you should be very clear about it. Also, I can say that you should separately you should separately budget for your first month's living expenses, travel, food, SIM cards and deposits or initial payments, and unexpected purchases, because it does happen, because if you are going for even university accommodation or other accommodation, they do ask you for upfronts. Okay, so remember that thing. The other question is, pounds 1000 a month enough to live in Dundee? Um, pounds 1000 including rent may be tight depending on your accommodation. But like I'm so sorry, I speak on dollars. Okay, pounds 1000 for living expenses, in like excluding rents, gives you considerably more breathing room, I can say. But yes, like it is potentially yes, if I have to say, but it depends heavily on whether accommodation is already accounted for. Okay, so if you are someone who is sorted with the accommodation and so on, then yeah, like it is okay, if I have to say. Do students need a car in Dundee? This question was very weird. Like, why do you want a car? um Means for me it is not that necessary, because as a student, if you have a lot of money, then it's okay, you can buy it, I will say. Because Dundee has a compact city campus, and many students live within walking distance also of university buildings, and public transports is also quite more useful there, and it is really amazing. You get like you get discounts as a student there when you go. Okay, so also know that you really need to get you take the all the benefits. Okay, you use all the benefits that are there for the students. Okay, that will help you if you are someone who is coming in from a tight background and have taken loan like me. Okay, so yeah, that's something I want to say and clear very like. So for you, if you have taken loan or something, or all this stuff, just know it is very tight, it will be tight, but definitely when you get to understand a lot of things and you're very good at management, then everything is good. It is really good, in fact amazing, I can say, because myself has done everything. uh, Also, how much should I budget for transport? That is one question. For transport, if I have to say, um, you can figure out like pounds 48, okay, per month for a student bus, or if you have a student pass and you know how to use it. As I said, that is very feasible. Also there is you know if you are students, then there is free bus travel also, which university gives if it is late at night. Okay, so yeah, means I myself have used it when I was studying late nights in the library and so on, but remember, you ask the times. Okay, also is there an Indian community in India, sorry, in Dundee? Okay, I'm so sorry. If I have to say, this question, there are Indian and other international students in Dundee, and the university has a very diverse international student population and societies. If I have to say, um, but I would say that yes, you can find Indian students, okay, and international communities, but I wouldn't come here expecting the same size Indian community you might find in London. Okay, because Dundee is a smaller city. Okay, so which can actually encourage you to build a more mixed international friend groups. And I will suggest you that do not stick around only for Indian, because obviously if you're coming to an international zones, then I really feel that you're coming to grow and you're coming to mix and match and understand other cultures, and make friends with other culture people as well. So yeah, and also remember that a lot of a lot of people, okay, internationally people take their own time. Okay, they do not entertain or take you like in a 2 seconds like we in Asian people normally do. Okay, we are like easily friends with everyone, but that too we cut down people like very easily and very fast. So remember that one thing, they do not have that concept. They really take their own timings, and also they have their own way of living, and you have to respect it no matter what. Okay, so let's see. Can I find Indian groceries in Dundee? Yes, yes, you can definitely find Indian groceries around. There are Asian groceries as well, you will get. Um, okay, it is like you will definitely get it. And if you ask, like, then you can get a lot of Asian things. Also, if you're like from some other countries, you can also get those things. Okay, I'm so sorry guys, I have to deal with my brother. So yeah, the another question is, what should Indian students bring from India? So honestly speaking, obviously your documents. Okay, you have to make sure that you carry each and every document, whether it is your medical bills, like medical documents, or any other documents that are internationally important. Okay, also secondly, prescriptions and so on, if there is essential personal items which are not appropriate for the UK zones. Um, also I feel, if I have to say other things, like a few spices and food items, if you prefer comfortable clothes, comfortable clothes. Also, if I have to say, UK is like, it's not like our temperature, it is very cold out there. Okay, only in summertime it is a little bit hot, but like, you can think like, still you have to wear one jacket as well sometimes. So if you are in, like, in Dundee, obviously you need jackets, waterproof jackets, and which can make keep you warm also, which can prevent you from the rains and so on, because yes, Dundee actually keeps on raining most of the time, so you have to make sure that you have that essentials. Also, rainy boots, it's very essential for you. Comfortable clothes as well. Also, if I have to say, whether appropriate layers, you need to understand that there are no, the heaters there are not like the new ones. Most of the houses have wall heaters. Okay, and if you're sleeping here and your wall heater is somewhere there, and it is not going to help you anyway, in any shape or form. So you need to understand, you get the thermals with you, to keep you warm, and you, so you can sleep properly, or you can be normally there. And a few personal items that make your accommodation feels like home, because obviously a lot of people there, if you go there, you definitely get a lot of people after some time feel homesick. So remember that one thing. Also, I will say, don't overpack. Okay, keep the minimum, and if you come here, then only buy some things, okay, which are very essential. Because if you are moving here and there and figuring it out all stuff, it is very difficult for you to take your luggages, because here there is no lift system, escalator system, if I have to talk about. You have to carry your own luggage if it is in the first floor, second floor, third floor, or whatever it is. Okay, unless and until it is a high rise building. But I am assuring you, there is no high rise building except the outlets of Dundee. Okay, so yeah, is Dundee, another question is Dundee good for international students? If I have to say, yes, particularly if you are, if you prefer a smaller, more manageable student city, that rather than a huge metropolitan environment, then this is perfect for you. Also, good is depending on what you're looking for exactly. Because a lot of people who have asked me all around have this common question: is it good city, is it good university? I will say, can you just let me know what exactly good means in your perspective? So you need to understand that every perspective has a different goodness. Okay, so if I, for from someone like me, if you ask me if University of Dundee is good, yes, definitely it is good, because I'm a person who wants someone, like, some education which is focused on me. Okay, and The living is simple, okay, and budget friendly for me as well. So I'm someone who is looking, but other another person is going to look something for like something different. So you really need to understand that difference, what is working for you and what not. Also, if someone wants huge nightlife or a massive city and endless entertainment, then obviously Dundee is not for you. Maybe Edinburgh or Glasgow may feel more exciting, or you can go for like London or something like that. But if someone wants a smaller student environment, and as I said, potentially lower living cost, Dundee can be the most attractive one. Now comes the university questions. What is the first question? Okay. Is University of Dundee good for for the masters? Okay. If I have to say, yes, but the answer depends on your specific courses, because there are very different types of courses. Like you have to compare the courses, like if it matches your goals and what you are looking for in a course, uh, like the course models, the assessment styles, and like the employability there. If you want, if you are someone who wants to be like get an employable, like in UK you have to get employed in UK, then you have to make sure that right now the market condition is not that much good. Okay, so you need to understand that also, the fees, the scholarships and everything, the location, accommodation, industry links, you have to figure it all out by your own self. No one will come for you to help. I can just say, if you're a doctor, then it is really amazing for you. If you are someone, okay, in the nursing section, it is also good for you. But and like in biomedicals and something engineering, then it is good for you. But if you're coming for a business background like me, or someone like some such things, then it can be a little bit here and there. Okay. Also, the other question, how much is international tuition? So I will say there isn't one single University of Dundee international tuition fee. Okay, so just remember that. I will say, don't search for one universal University of Dundee fee. Just check your exact course page. You will get everything there. And does University of Dundee require an international tuition deposit? I feel that for international students, the university currently states that an international tuition fee deposit is required after accepting an unconditional offer, and I think it is the standard minimum deposit is something like within 5,000 pounds for the reference intake, I can say. It can vary, obviously you have to again check. But yeah, that is some information that I know. Okay, the other question, let's go and deeply. Can I pay my accommodation in installments? Obviously, you can. Okay. Uh, like if you're in a like university-based accommodation and contract, there are something 8 installments from a UK bank account. Okay, and for others, if you are out of university, then there is no such thing, no installments. So remember that. But you can always request them, because when we were there, there was one roommate of mine, okay, um, who was having issues, and they delayed it. He delayed it, tried to delay it, and they were like okay with it. Okay, so but you need to understand, you better get it right. That's what I want to say. Also, what happens after I accept my University of Dundee offer? Good question. Nothing happens. It happens only that once you firmly accept your offer letter, like your offer from the university, and accommodation applications are open for you, you can apply for university accommodation through the student portal. The university then asks you to rank preferences, like for the locations, room type, and cost according to your section. So you have to figure it out. Also, if you are someone who does not want to go in the accommodation sector, then what will happen? If you are asking me, then it is a simple case. You have to figure out, do not go into the scams, okay? Beforehand, I'm telling you, a lot of people have literally mailed me saying, I got scammed. So do not do that. If you are in India and you are if you are doing everything from here, do not do that. Go to UK, then, like, book a Airbnb, or there is a Dundee backpackers you can go into, and you can stay there. Also, there is hostels, so you go there. Do not go for hotels. Hotels are very, I can say, very costly. So just know that thing. And yeah, like within 2 to 3 days, or like you can say, put 5 days or at least 1 week for your accommodation. You can just ask it out, okay, and you will get everything there. Do not get scammed sitting here in India or anywhere else in your hometown, okay, and do everything. Just go there and then do everything. After all, I have to be telling you and making you aware that you will definitely get scammed. Also, is Dundee better than Glasgow or Edinburgh? Honestly speaking, for me, there is no universal winner in this, because every city has its different unique points, major points that are very good and great. Also, when it comes to Dundee, it is smaller, compact, student focused, and potentially easier to navigate. Okay, when it is like you're directly going to the international zones. Also, when it comes to Edinburgh and Glasgow, they both are bigger, like international city, more tourism is. This is like Edinburgh, the tourism. It is famous for its tourism, more entertainment, and generally higher living cost, obviously, because it is bigger than Dundee city. And where it comes to Glasgow, it is much larger city. Also, you will see like the huge firms out there, extensive social or cultural scenes, and so on. So you really need to understand which Scottish city suits your student lifestyle. So that is something important. After you figure out what exactly your courses main majors are, okay. Okay, let's see, jobs and student life. Okay, this is the most awaited question, Neris. Can international students work part time? Obviously, yes. You can, if there is if their student visa permit works. Obviously, you can, but the number of hours and conditions are, depends on the student visa, what kind of courses and circumstances they are into. Okay, so you really need to figure it out, like your visa type and what your course is and how much it is allowing you to do. You will get that thing when you get your BRP card and every details, okay, of your like full time, is it full time or all those stuff. So it is up to you how you have to work and so on, and how much you can work as per to your course, obviously. Can a part-time job pay for my entire living cost? I will say, a part don't plan your finances around that. Okay, it is like, a plus thing. A part-time job can help with living expenses, but students should have sufficient funds to support themselves, rather than arriving in Dundee assuming they will immediately get a job, because that's not the case. As I said, Dundee is a smaller city. So eventually, if you are from India, I will say it is not exactly city. It is like as we say in our uh like in India, it is like town or village kind of stuff. How much the sizes exactly, it is that way. Size in that way, size of Dundee, okay, like township kind of a thing. But yeah, normally it is like I'm giving you the imaginary thing, okay, that you can imagine and understand how much it is exactly in the population and so on, how much big it can be. I hope you understand. Also, is it easy to find a part-time job? It depends on you, first of all. Secondly, as you know, the market is down, and other jobs you can definitely do, but still they are not that much easy to get and grab. You need to be like exception for it. Obviously, you have for some of the jobs you need previous experiences or a little bit of experience, like if you are Indian or even Asian, if you know how to do your work and everything, then definitely I will say a lot of from Brazil and Nigerians, friends of mine, they are like up to the mark. They know each and every job. They can do everything, I can say. So you have to, if you are someone like that, then definitely you will be getting a job within like when days if you go there. But still, it depends on you. Okay, is Dundee boring? Okay. Uh, honestly speaking, Dundee isn't boring, okay? If I have to say, if you enjoy a quieter student lifestyle like cafes and walks, also the society is socializing and exploring Scotland. But if your definition is like fun, having a huge nightlife scene every night, Dundee may feel quieter than the normal, like Glasgow and Edinburgh, because it is not like same. But it does has the nightlife, and trust me, that nightlife is very different from the nightlife we have experienced. But it is, really amazing that you get into something different. And I will say that it is really nice. It is also safe. When I was there, I used to roam around like alone only, like at 1 or 2 or even 3 a.m. So yeah, that is one thing. Is Dundee safe? Um, I will say like any UK city, Dundee has areas and situations where students should use normal precautions. Learn your route, okay. Avoid isolated areas late at night. Keep your belongings secure and use trusted transport. Okay, that is very important. Um, I will say just be safe no matter what, wherever you are. As I was also used to go all around like 2 or 3 in the night, like in the morning itself. And like for me, it is like I'm like this person, so I know how to do my self defense, and if something happens. But still, you need to be very cautious, okay, and be mature. Do not be like a bubbly and kiddish type, because that is not going to help you there. uh yeah, like that's it, I think so, for today. Yeah, that's it for today. Those are the questions. If you have more questions, then definitely do let me know, and uh, comment down, or you can email me, or you can just uh, like tell me on my like ping me on my Instagram account also. If I have to be very very clear about the things, for some of you in UK, you also have to be um taking health as a priority, okay, when it comes to the weather, because of the weather you can get into some issues with regards to your health. So you really need to understand that, as well as the hospital like hospital things, the medical availability is not exactly like India. If you are coming from India, okay, you have to wait at least like 3 to 4 weeks for your appointment directly to the doctor. uh, if you take the like you fill the form appointment thing, you will be going to get the doctor's attention after 2 or 3 weeks. And in emergency, there is, you have to go to directly the hospital as well. Okay, so just know that things, because when you are not well, you really need to understand your networking with the medical people will help you more than the doctor there. Okay, so yeah. If and also there is one thing I have to say. um, a lot of shops do close after 5 or 6, so please be aware of it. Okay, I hope you get all the answers, okay, of your questions, guys. Bye.